So I've seen this question over here in the chat as well, and I have this question for myself as well over here. What will be your recommendation for a student looking to get started into the DevRel space?
Yeah, I mean, these days it's a lot more formalized. So what I would do if I were, starting out now, I would start becoming a community organizer first. Create a meetup, organize a conference, join a committee that helps, put on a hackathon, like gain some of that foundational experience so that when you go in, you can show that you understand both the community side of things and the engineering side of things. And frankly, like if you have any marketing experience, like writing blog posts or creating videos or speaking, that helps quite a bit as well. When we were looking for developer evangelists at Twilio, and I would imagine this has changed, but from what I remember, we always like to find people who are full-time engineers who are doing community things part-time for fun and pitch them on the idea of like, hey, you can do this as your full-time job, right? And that's a really compelling idea. And so I always recommend people start the same way, where it's like, hey, work on these skills, build up a resume, and then apply for jobs. Organizing a hackathon is a fantastic way to do that. Being like an MLH coach or a GitHub campus expert, like those are fantastic ways to build up that experience. There's a lot of really good programs out there that kind of teach you a lot of those skills and give you the opportunity to focus on it.
Definitely. And you mentioned like hackathon is one of the most exciting ways to actually get started with it, and MLH community actually helps in this. Would you like to tell the student leaders how can hackathon actually change lives? How can they benefit from hackathons in general?
I mean, the benefit is huge whether or not you're a student or an organizer. They are, as a participant, I think it's largely about confidence and skills building. It's a really risk-free environment to be able to go in and build something you've been thinking about for a while, or create something new, or like work with people that you've never worked with before. That's enormously valuable when you're early in your career. As an organizer, I think that you get to try out a lot of like the business side of things as well as developing, right? You have to pitch sponsors, you have to create marketing resources to get attendees, you have to like build a community, you have to think about event design, you have to think about experiences. And that's, as a student, you don't get a lot of experience to do that, right? And you don't get that much autonomy mostly. It's rare that some school is like, oh yeah, of course, like you can raise all this money and spend it however you want, I think hackathons are kind of unique in that regard. The other thing I would say is for the participants, like hackathons are often the first place they find like their people, like here are all of these other people who are just as passionate and excited as I am and want to, like work on interesting things. And it's like a magnet for those types of people. And so you get this group that is very aligned in what they're trying to achieve, right? Like everyone is there to build something or learn something or meet collaborators. And it's rare to find those kinds of environments.
Definitely agree on that.